I'm so excited. I love doing these episodes, like Lionsgate, Moons, like all of this. It's so much fun. And I love my regular episodes too. Don't get me wrong. But I'm going to peek at my notes. If you're watching on YouTube, you're going to see. But I am diving into this full moon in Aquarius. As we know, Lionsgate continues through the 12th. But this is really going to kind of shine some light on kind of that middle ground between the past and the future, between the release and the manifestation, like what we're calling in. And it's really going to be super cool. It's going to cause us to free ourselves, to really let go of the past versions of ourselves that are outdated, models or versions or avatars of ourselves who really are, who we thought we had to be for the world to love us. Like, we're releasing that as we come into the full version of ourselves, of what we're manifesting in and who we really want to become or who we're becoming. And you're going to feel this like inner fire. I know I have a really hard time sleeping coming up to the full moon, but like, it is this inner fire, right? It's super exciting. And I want to mention something. Let me get started here. Let's dive in. Let me run my intro here and let's dive into this. Hey friend, welcome to the Ready to Rise podcast. This is the podcast for ambitious, successful women who've checked off all the boxes. The career, the routines, the self-help books, and therapy. We've done it all. But if you're still feeling numb, stuck, or like you're just going through the motions, you're in the right place, because I've totally been there and I've healed myself using the tools that I now teach. I got certified in them so that I could help other women do the same. I'm your host, Audrey Rose, a registered nurse and somatic life coach, and I'm here to help you stop just coping, stop just going through the motions, and actually start feeling good again in your life, feeling happy again. Each week, we explore nervous system regulation, emotional wellness, and rituals that are rooted in ancient wisdom, ancient practices, so you can stop just going through the motions and stop just getting by and start really feeling lit up and alive and fully plugged in again. This is about real happiness, the kind that fills your body, lights you up, and helps you create a life that you are obsessed to wake up for. So are you ready? Because I'm excited to help you feel like you again. I know that with Lionsgate Portal, we're getting so much clarity and so much is coming through for us, right? All these downloads, right? Because the veil is thinner and all of this good stuff. If you want a little bit more of this energy, just DM me. I do have a sound bath I can give you for this 8/8 portal to like help you kind of get into the sound bath vibes, help you visualize all of this. I would absolutely love to send you that. So at Hello Audrey Rose, just shoot me a DM. We'll help you to manifest, and definitely make sure you reset your nervous system, you regulate your energy before you start these practices so that you can get deeper into it, right? You're not just going to keep it on the surface level where nothing ever changes. It's down below in the show notes, and also it's all over Instagram and all of that stuff. If you need help looking for that, especially when it comes to reflections that we've been cycling through during the retrograde, the Mercury retrograde, right? This is exciting news because the retrograde is going to be ending, thank goodness. And it all kind of comes in time with this Lionsgate portal. So as Mercury comes back direct, and we're going to get so much more clarity back, communication's going to get back on board, all of these good things to kind of give us that final push through the end of Lionsgate. So this is really exciting news. So let's kind of dive into what the full moon in Aquarius even means. So it's a sturgeon moon. I always like to talk about, what the Native American name is for this, or the old school name. And the reason why is because they caught a lot of sturgeon fish during this time. And what that means is really, it's a symbol of abundance. This full moon is a symbol of abundance and just calling in, harvesting, bringing in things that we need to live our best life. So that's really exciting because pairing up with the Lionsgate portal and all of this energy for right now. So that's super exciting. Aquarius is an air sign, and it's, of course, deeply connected to innovation and individuality and breaking free from limitations. And so this full moon, again, it's all about embracing your unique path. This is massive for us. This is such a massive energetic movement. Ways we want to bring in or embrace the ways that we're meant to stand out and contribute to the collective. But really, it's an opportunity to reflect on who you are and who you're becoming, especially in relation to the connective, to the community at large, but what feels really good for you, yourself, how you want to connect yourself, right? It's about harvesting, like I had just mentioned. So fishermen would harvest their sturgeon during this time and, really like they worked so hard, right? And then they were able to eat and enjoy like the fruits of their labor, if they will. This is what I want you to focus on during this moon. It's a really good time to reflect on what you've been growing in your life, your passions, aspirations, relationships, looking at all of the things from the Lionsgate yesterday that you brought in, that you're calling in to manifest. Looking at all of those things, I want you to look at the fruits of your labor. I want you to look at your actions. I want you to really pay attention, because this is part of that manifestation process as well with Lionsgate. Look at the actions you're taking and if that's going to lead to this abundance, right? We want to think about the aspirations, relationships are good, business, all of that, and really look into what it is that we are doing to make this happen for ourselves, right? The hard work that we're doing before we get to the harvest period, paying attention to all of that. So to harness this full moon's energy, it's very similar to like this Lionsgate energy, where we're not just sitting around and like maybe visualizing something and waiting for everything to appear. We want to recognize the abundance that's already here, that we already have. We want to look at all of the harvest that's already come into play here. We want to like be grateful for this abundance that we already have, and we want to create space for more. And so that's where it comes to like a reflection period and releasing. So taking a moment today to really reflect on your life, paying attention to what you've been working really hard on. What have you been creating? What have you been dreaming about? What feels aligned with your higher purpose and what you are calling in and what you want to see for yourself? And I think it's a good time. Well, I know that it's a good time to release what isn't working for you anymore. Release what's getting in the way of your growing, of your, getting ready for your harvest, right? I want you to pay attention to anything you need to release, and I want you to actually release. I want you to sit down and do the whole full moon ritual, write things down on a paper, burn the things that you're getting rid of, and take action in your life to actually start to get rid of it. And I know I've mentioned a few times Lionsgate. Obviously, we know about Lionsgate. It's a huge thing that's happening right now. We're still in it to the 12th. This time period is known for its energetic alignment with the star Sirius, right? The brightest star in the sky. And it's considered a gateway to the abundance and awakening and transformation. And so as we're coming into this full moon, this is the best time to harness this heightened energy of both of these things together, Lionsgate portal and the Aquarius full moon. Like, this is freaking amazing, right? This is a huge cosmic reset, and it's definitely a time for you to reflect on your true desires, get rid of anything that is standing in the way of them. Whatever you can get rid of, anything that's in your control to change, we want to change it. And anything that's in our control to help us call in the manifestation, we want to do so. We obviously want to release our attachment to the outcome, but we still want to do what's in our power to call it in. It's just like we can't lose weight if we don't do some working out, right? So we need to actually align our actions with what we're manifesting in. So reflect on those desires, reflect on what we want for us. Bring in that Aquarius energy into your manifestation, right? Really paying attention to ourselves and what we want to call in, not what the whole world wants for us, not what our parents want for us, not what doesn't feel aligned, that is like an external, should, if you will, but really, what are we calling in for ourselves that feels good for us? Aligning it, like getting clear. Like, again, the veil is still thin right now, right? So really we can dive into that spirituality and dive into that connection and try to take a peek inward. Like, what's our soul's blueprint? Like, what's happening? What's it telling us? If you have done any like past life regressions or worked with healers at this time, they might even be able to tell you, for yourself, right? Like what it is, maybe a channel or somebody like that could really tell you like what it is that you are being called to do during this time. But getting inward and paying attention for yourself, what feels aligned for you, so that you can take action on your aspirations. And I think that when we talk about making the most of this energy, I know for me, that always feels stressful, or that always feels like pressured. And I always feel like, how do I do that? Like, do I spend a whole day journaling and meditating and like clearing my mind? Like, what do I do? Like, how do I make the most of this? Because I really want to take advantage of this energetic period. But really, the best things you can do is just look back. Look at everything you've been working for this year. What has aligned with your greater purpose? What has not? What has the universe made really, really hard that maybe we should look at letting go of? What is not being aligned with I'm having like revelations as I speak, right? What is not aligned with your bigger purpose, right? What have you made quick progress in that the universe is just giving you everything so that it's coming easily to you? That's a good thing to pay attention to too, right? Where are you aligned? What feels really good? When you check in, you can do like a quick body scan on some of these things. Maybe a big goal that you have coming up that is a really big goal of yours. Do a quick body scan and just check in. Where in my body does this feel heavy or scary? And is that like, I can work through that kind of a thing, like, intuitively? Or is that like a big brick, like a full body no? I want you to pay attention to that kind of stuff, right? Release the things that no longer serve you. I know I've mentioned this, but it's worth repeating. Let go of outdated dreams or beliefs or patterns that don't fit with who you're becoming. And again, we talked about that during Lionsgate too, right? This is massive. This is so important for you to do, because you do not have room to call in higher things if you are repeating all the same patterns. And Aquarius energy is really the best time to do this. This full moon is the best time because it supports that freedom from shedding our old layers. It supports us being the best version of ourselves, being ourselves in general. And then get clear on those next steps. What is the next step in the journey that's going to allow me to move forward in alignment with my truth? I'll repeat that again. What is the next step I need to take that's going to allow me to move forward in alignment with my truth? And take a moment to celebrate as you make progress, as you continue to just crush these goals or crush these moments, like do really good things, like make the progress, right? Just honor what you've created and honor your progress before we try to move into the next phase. So as you move through this full moon energy, this Lionsgate portal energy ending, Mercury getting direct and us getting another wave of this clarity coming through, I want you to reflect and release and then celebrate. Call it in. Call it all in. It's a really powerful moment to align with just the natural rhythms of life and the universe, and knowing that every phase has its purpose. As you release, I don't want you to beat yourself up for anything. I don't want you to beat yourself up for any wasted time. It's not wasted. It's all in us coming back into our alignment, coming back into being able to work hard and harvest the fruits of our labor, right? Like I just keep coming back to that with the Sturgeon Moon in general, but we're going to be in a harvest season right now. We're harvesting everything that we've worked up to so far. I just want to leave you with one final thought. Take time to pause right now. Take time to really pause and feel into everything. What is feeling good for you? What is feeling in alignment for you? As you release, as you let go, as you call in, I just want you to pay attention to feel into what you are calling in and feel into what you are being called to let go. And if it doesn't happen super fast during this moon, that's okay. I just want you to know, with the portal, with everything happening energetically, it doesn't have to be about rushed results. It's about aligned results that are going to take us into our manifestation for the next 6 months to the next year. So it's really about being very intentional, breaking that status quo, and coming back home to yourself. All right, that is it for today. If you have not subscribed, please hit subscribe so you get all of these episodes straight to your inbox. And also, if you look down in the show notes below, you will see I am doing a giveaway. So check that out down below. It's really easy to get into. You literally just hit add a review at the bottom, like add a written review on this podcast, on any app that you're listening to, take a screenshot, tag me on Instagram, and I will enter you in a giveaway to win some amazing prizes. I have quite a few amazing prizes for you guys. So hit me up, Instagram at Hello Audrey Rose. And I just love you so much. Thank you so much for listening in, and I will see you back here next time. Hey friend, I am so excited to pop in here really quick and announce that the Rise retreats are back. So if you've been feeling exhausted or irritated, or like you just overall lost your spark, but you can still go to work and crush it, right? Pick up the kids, do all the things. Then you feel later like you're just going through the motions, right? You're numbing with wine, you're leaving all your friends on red, you're yelling at your husband because he cannot find the ketchup again. Like, absolutely, I've been there, because it's right in front of his face, honestly. But still, right? This is the sign that your nervous system is trying to just tell you that it's overwhelmed. It can't take anymore, right? And I know that this is trending on Instagram, but the thing is, you really don't need to just quit your career that you've worked your brains off for, right? No. So it's time to just process some of the stress, regulate our nervous system, reset, so that we can hear ourselves again, right? We can relax, we can feel like ourselves again. And some of us don't really know where to start. Like, that was me a few years ago on my burnout journey. I had no idea where to start when I started to feel all of these things, exhausted, irritated, all of that. And that is what Rise retreats are for. So we are going to be meeting for a 3-day experience. This retreat is going to be in the hills of Castro Valley, California. It's so freaking gorgeous. This is like a huge, beautiful gated house up in the, mountains. We have all of these really beautiful balconies that are like in the trees. I can't even explain. Like, pictures are on IG. You have to check it out because it is freaking gorgeous. We are going to be meeting October 9th through 11th, and there are just very limited spots. I keep them very intimate so that I can truly dive in with each of you and kind of tailor the experience, right? A few spots are already taken. I know. And the link is in the show notes, or, DM me personally so that we can connect. We can get on a little coffee chat and just find out if it's a good fit for you. And you can come and join us. Thank you for tuning in to another amazing episode of the Ready to Rise podcast. It means so much to me to have you here and to get to share all of this with you. If this one resonated, literally just send this to a friend, share it with her right now, because there's so many women out there who really need this information. And I would also love it if you could take a quick screenshot, throw it up on Instagram, tag me at Hello Audrey Rose so that I can connect with you and get to know you. But thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you so much. Have a blessed and beautiful day, and I will see you next time.